Hi guys. In today's video I want to show you how to edit folder permissions within Adobe Connect. Now this is something that you're going to see across the board for every single area of Adobe Connect, and it's a way as an admin or someone who manages a folder to prevent certain users from accessing that folder or grant access to certain users to that folder. Now I want to show you where this is first before we walk through this, so let's actually take a look at my screen over here. And let's click on something that we're all very familiar with, the Content tab up at the top. Now what you'll notice here is at the very top of my content list, I have this area called Set Permissions. Now if I select this, it's going to give me an option first called Allow Public Viewing, which will allow me to either grant access to my folder for public viewing of anyone outside of my Adobe Connect system or not. Now for everyone that does have my Adobe Connect account or a login to my Adobe Connect account, they're going to be listed out in this list over here on the left hand side. If I want to give certain users permission to my content library or any other folder, I simply search for their name through this list over here on the left. I go ahead and select their name, and down here on the bottom right I hit add, and that'll actually add Eric over to my current permissions for my folder, granting him access to this particular folder. However, you'll notice that Eric says view where mine says manage, so you can actually assign multiple different permissions. Just like you could a meeting room between host, presenter, and participants, you have the same ability for permissions on folders. So if I go ahead and select his name here, down in the very bottom right, I do have a permissions button that when I select it, I can give him multiple options. I can also deny Eric completely. If I only wanted one person denied from this folder, I could simply go ahead, select his name. He'll no longer have access to this. I can give him the view permission, which allows him to view this folder and he can see the content and view it inside of it. Or I can give him publish, which means that he can publish content to this folder. However, he cannot delete content from this folder. So he can only add to it, he cannot take away. The ability to do both is going to be under Manage. Manage allows you to both publish and delete content from a folder. So you have multiple different options here in whether you're going to grant people access or then deny them access from anything you're doing in your content library. I'm going to go ahead and give Eric that manage permission. Now he has access to my folder. Now, this is a little bit of a different case when we get into meetings and seminars. So let's actually talk about seminars here. So if I click on my seminars tab up at the very top, and instead of going to my seminar sessions, let's go to my shared seminar folder. Underneath of my shared seminars, I have my seminar license right here. Now let's say I only want to grant a certain group access to this seminar folder. Well, what I would do here is I would actually click on the folder itself, not this set permissions button, because this would just set permissions for everything. I'll go into that folder and I'll still get that set permissions up here at the very top. Now clicking on this will give us a very similar feel of what we got on the previous page with the two columns, column on the left, available users, column on the right, current permissions list. So if I scroll down in this list here, I can see that I only have one person granting access for that seminar license. So let's say I want the entire Adobe group, the people that are going to be working with me, I want them to be able to manage this. I can go ahead and I can add them over. So now everyone within the Adobe group will have access to this seminar folder and have that ability to create seminar rooms and schedule those seminar sessions as long as the licensing allows them to do that. You do not even have to do it on a group basis. You can even do it on an individual basis. So if I search through and find myself within this list, I can go ahead and click my name, go down here to the bottom right, click add, and then I'll be added over there. Now again, you'll notice next to everyone's name, it does say manage, and it assigns us manage right off the bat. Down here under permissions, you'll actually notice that there's only two this time. Content's a little bit different because you're working with publishing content there. When it comes to room folders, meeting rooms, virtual classrooms, and seminar rooms, you only have the deny or manage. So there's no way to just limit it to publishing or viewing. It is something where you're only picking to prevent people from accessing this folder or granting them access to this folder. Now once they're on this list, they'll be able to access that folder without any problems. None of this is set in stone, so you guys can go back and make changes to this anytime that you'd like. Now that's how easy it is to set permissions inside of Adobe Connect, regardless of where you're at. You can do it on a folder basis or an entire area basis. So guys, take care, have a great rest of your day, and stay tuned to more videos that we produce every single week.